So I remember my brother Charles telling me he wanted to start this food truck about 3 years ago. I told him I didn't want nothing to do with it, and that's his vision because I had a different vision. Little did I know that he would be a visionary, and what he said his food truck would do, it actually did. This is how his food truck started out the first couple of years. And then he bought an empty building that needed a bunch of work. So guess what he did? He put in the necessary work. And then he would send me pictures as things progressed and progressed and progressed. And then the pictures would change from progression to this beautiful work of art. Is the only way that I could describe the food. And I'm a New Orleans boy, so we know food when we see it, when we taste it, and when we smell it. And then I get a call one day. He just sends me the address, and I pop up. Voila. All right, y'all. This is special, man. I'm here with my brother. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, y'all. My name is Charles Snargrass with Spice of Life. They call me Mr. Charles. How y'all doing?
Take 5, brother. Take 1. My very first question. Where you from and what made you move to Texas?
I'm from Minneapolis, Minnesota. I used to start coming to Texas way back in the Gap when I was in the music industry. I met my wife, and it's been kind of curtains since then. I moved to Texas several years ago, and we got married and started a family, and here I am now in the food and beverage business after a couple other endeavors here and there, but this is kind of my happy place.
Okay, take 2. What made you decide to get in the food service industry?
Well, I've always liked to cook. I've always been hospitable, so I took what was a passion and turned it into a career. I didn't think that I would be in this industry probably for another, 10 years towards more of a retirement endeavor, but I got the opportunity to secure a food truck, and now I've transitioned into a brick and mortar, so I'm trying to make the best of things.
Okay, take 3. How did Spice of Life come to be?
Well, I go with the saying that variety is the very spice of life. It was actually a toss-up between Spice of Life and Culture Shock, but I went with Spice of Life because all of my cooking styles are influenced by different cultures and different ethnicities, and I believe that, food tells a story and brings people together, and I think that that's just the very spice of life.
Okay, and I see you the owner, operator, chef, you do everything. So my question is, what do you consider the biggest challenges of this job?
I think the biggest challenges are consistency in the food and beverage business, because I did have the food truck in another state trying to run it remotely a couple of years ago, and the problem that I was having is that I had great chefs and great personnel, but little bitty small details were turned out to be major differences in how the food come out. So I think the biggest obstacle in this industry is consistency and making sure the food is the same. In my absence, if I have other cooks in the kitchen, and I think having the right personnel that's going to be hospitable to the guests and friendly to the guests and things of that nature is the biggest obstacle that I've seen in this business so far.
All right, so my last question, take 5. What separates Spice of Life from the other restaurants?
I think it's the way that we do everything. We put our own little niche to every single thing we do. An example, we're known for our fish, and we use U.S. premium catfish, and we batter it so it gives it a flaky, crispy taste. And also things such as our fried rice. I use my own herbs and spices, and I make my own sauces. So I think when it comes to us separating ourselves from other people, it's going to be our seasonings and our sauces.
All right, tell the people where you're located.
627 West Pleasant Run in Lancaster. We also have a mobile food truck in which we can go anywhere in the DFW area and provide custom, and we can cook on site. We can cook from the food truck. We can cook at the venue, so we do offer catering as well. And like I said, right here, 627 West Pleasant Run. We're open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. Come give us a try. You won't be disappointed.
All right, IG, Facebook, any of that?
Spice of Life TX on Facebook, Spice of Life TX on on Instagram as well as on TikTok. And the website is spiceoflifetx.com.
All right, I'm about to get to this fish, y'all, so that's a wrap.